Cool, cool. Hey, I'm John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar, and I'm here with Emily Kokal of the band Warpaint before their gig in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hello.
Hello, interwebs. Hey, Emily, thanks so much for joining us. I know you guys are hitting it nonstop, and you're a little rushed, so thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
Can we start with this very cool guitar you're playing?
Yes. So this is a 66 Jaguar,
Wow.
Fender Jag.
How cool. No relic stuff for you, the real the real deal.
This was an amazing gift from a friend of mine, and I also have a very nice Strat at home, which is I think it's a 57.
Wow.
So I don't take that on the road.
Yeah.
But I've definitely recorded, like the first 2 albums were recorded mostly on that Strat.
Wow. What great guitars.
But this one was, it was a little bit buzzy, and it kind of had a sitar sound.
Sure, yeah.
So I changed out the bridge, and I put in an American Mastery bridge. And he's from Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And it's a really great company, and the guitar just sounds that much more nice.
Yeah, it's funny. That's like the Achilles heel of the Jaguar is the bridge. It's
exactly.
Otherwise, it's like their top of the line guitar at the time.
Totally.
And they missed that one little bit, but yeah, that makes all the difference.
Yeah, I guess Johnny Marr put a Mustang bridge in his.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking about doing, but then I found this guy, and
yeah, way better. That's awesome. So other than that, it looks all stock. I mean,
yeah,
pickups and everything else. Great.
I broke the headstock off the Strat.
Oh,
putting it into a trunk without a case. God. So I never did that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, that's a tough
Every
one.
time I look, it's just like sliced right there.
Oh. Well, you know what?
You gotta play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta
yeah, exactly. If you're just like a collector, that'd be one thing, but as a musician, it's your guitar, so what the hell?
You just can be like, you made it sound better.
Yeah.
More character.
Right. So do you tour with any new instruments as well, or just come out with this one cool vintage?
Yeah, this is the only guitar that I play. But we have recently acquired some new Fenders, the offsets.
Oh, cool.
That's a Mustang over there. You can probably take a look at it later.
Yeah, I'll just grab it quick. Okay.
It's the new offsets, and
cool.
this one has P90s in it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And these sound really good. They gave us a few of these.
So is that your backup? Should number one?
Yeah, it's our backup. Jen plays it on one song, so it's kind of there for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just basically played this guitar.
God, it's beautiful.
I barely ever change the strings. It's really.
You know what?
It's just what happens. It's actually really dirty.
Yeah, you might need a tetanus shot after waiting long enough.
Toxic. No.
Yeah, that's cool though. I don't know. I like the sound of dirty strings sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
I guess Clapton never changed his.
Really?
Yeah, he would only like change them when he breaks them or wanted. That was what he would do back in the day. They felt better, so I get it. Yeah. But that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your pedal board. You were, before this started, you told me an interesting pedal board story.
Oh yeah, so we've been on the road for 3 weeks already, and we've just been in Europe and Iceland.
Oh, wow.
But on the way over, we had a stopover in Iceland, and the pedals stayed in Iceland for an extended vacation. Yeah. And so when I got to the venue, I had to go buy all new pedals. So a lot of these pedals are actually brand new. I got them back. I got the old ones back, but these new ones were better.
Oh, good. A little upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Let's
start. So you start with you tune, you go to your tuner. And then from the tuner to...
You got the boost, the overdrive.
Cool.
This is a Tube Screamer, which I had the Tube Screamer Turbo, which was a little bit too grindy for my sound. So this was actually a real blessing that I lost those pedals, because I found this.
Cool.
Which you can really dial in a nice smooth. I use it, I keep it on the whole entire set. And I use it just for a little bit of gain and boost and grit, because I play a JC120, which is a really clean amp.
Yeah.
So that gives it a little bit of oomph.
Yeah, sure, a little warmth and grit.
And this boost is really nice. There's a pre and a post boost pedal switch, which is I like for a little extra.
Yeah, that's cool. It's funny, I reviewed that pedal and I tried where you could switch it around, and I couldn't tell the difference.
It's really subtle. That's why I like it, actually.
Yeah. But like for a true, like somebody really living with it, I guess they'll find what works.
Dial it in more.
Yeah,
cool. It is really subtle, and I also have it down really low. So
yeah, cool.
And then so the first guitar pedal that I ever had was given to me by our original drummer Shannon, and it was just a Boss reverb pedal. Okay. And I've basically had it forever, but when it got lost, I got this Holy Grail, which is kind of temporary. I really like that pedal, the Boss reverb, even though
they're great.
Yeah, it's just like I'm so used to it that it's hard to change it up. Right. But I like the Holy Grail and how it can get kind of more psyche.
Sure.
It has more of that old school sound, which is nice.
It's something how you get used to a pedal and it kind of, you just get used to sounding a certain way and you know how to get your thing out of it.
Yeah, you play into that sound, or it informs the way you play.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So I'm like, I should put that other reverb back on there.
But that's your placeholder for now.
Yeah, and that's cool. I got this Corona when I lost the pedals too. It's a TC Helicon chorus.
Oh, cool.
And it's really cool. And because what I normally have is this Neo clone, which is a small version of the small clone.
Yeah.
And I love it because it has this depth switch. So I keep the depth high and I turn the rate up and it gets really grindy, almost vibrato.
Oh wow! Hey, could you try it once? I'm down to hear it.
This is kind of what I was playing earlier, but like if you really want to go crazy,
let's hear crazy.
It's like that's probably not even.
Oh yeah.
You can get really crazy, like.
Oh yeah. It's trippy.
Kind of like Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Adrian Belew stuff, and this is a song. We have a song called Bees, which I'm kind of fucking around with.
Yeah. No, you can say that. Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever done that before. I swear it in my life. But yeah, it's sorry. I used to have this, the Boss vibratos, the old ones, the B2s, I think.
Yes, they just reintroduced.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the blue one.
Oh, good. Yeah, those are really coveted.
Yeah, they're really nice, and I always used to have that kind of warble on my sound, but then this pedal is kind of all in one with that.
Oh, cool.
Because I really liked the tension of that rate and that depth.
That seasicky
kind
of thing. Yeah.
It's funny because I'll forget. I'm so used to that sound, and it is such a big part of how I play that when Nick is sound checking and I hear the guitar, I'm always like, whoa, that's what my guitar sounds like. That's crazy. But I really love it.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that we have an element of soothing in our music, but we also have a lot of tension.
Yeah, that's cool.
A little bit of both sides.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. The soothing seems that much more soothing when you put it next to some tension.
Yeah, and you put some. It's giving it a little bit of edge, especially because a lot of what we do is really relaxing and really groovy.
Yeah, the vocal thing is so smooth and relaxing. Yeah, that's cool.
And then we have this that I just got, which is the Strymon, which is amazing. And this is a pedal I purchased because the airline purchased it.
Good, perfect.
So I could justify.
Are you happy with the airline?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we've been reimbursed so far, but I'm just banking on it.
Yeah, good.
This is it's like 300 pounds. It's quite expensive.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Have you ever played with these?
I haven't played with that one, but I've worked with some of them. Yeah, they're
the
cool.
Blue Sky, that reverb.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Let's hear a little bit of this.
This is just made it onto my
so your
pedals. So I don't know that well, but it's got this tape age thing.
Oh yeah, that's really rich.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
This was doing something more dramatic yesterday when I had it on a different setting. Okay, it's not happening. It was more like doing this kind of long sustains. The more I had it low, but I don't know what setting that was. This is the wow and flutter.
Yeah.
Though.
Ooh, man, that gets really big, right?
Almost sounds like chorus.
Yeah.
Make some really good, like David Lynch soundtracky.
Sure. Yeah.
Eerie.
That's
eerie
great.
Shit. And then just a digital delay that I do for just an extra like sustain kind of.
Sure.
So I'll keep it really short. And then all this stuff just runs through my amp.
All right, so we're in amp land, your tried and true jazz chorus.
Yep. I got this because I saw Adrian Blue playing it
Right.
on a Talking Heads
Yeah,
video.
sure.
So I really, and I know it was mostly used for synthesizers, I think too, or it was marketed as a synthesizer amp because it's really clean.
Yeah.
But I know like a lot of like Robert Smith from The Cure and a lot of 80s
yeah.
New Order and that kind of sound.
Yeah.
It's got a really great chorus. Obviously, I like chorus a lot.
Do you use the chorus on the amp?
I used to use it all the time because I didn't have the chorus pedal, and it's really great. And in fact, I'm trying to remember. Actually, don't remember. Maybe you know they have a certain pedal that is supposed to emulate it, but it's not a Roland pedal.
Yeah.
I think it might be the Electro Harmonics polychorus.
I don't know.
I
don't
might
know.
be making this up.
But I'm sure somebody's, because that is like the quintessential chorus sound. So
Yeah,
I'm sure people are trying to emulate it.
Definitely. And
Billy
it's got
Duffy, he used it a lot. And,
who's that?
Of the Cult, Billy
yeah,
Duffy.
okay.
Yeah, he has two Marshalls and this in the middle. So it's pretty awesome together.
Did he use the chorus?
Yeah, on these
that
big
makes sense.
80s
Cool.
hits. And yeah.
This is cool too. It's got the vibrato and the chorus.
Oh, cool.
And then there's some things I don't really mess with, like the distortion. Don't usually have that on.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
No, you're getting such a great tone out of your
Yeah.
pedals. It makes sense. Use this as a clean platform.
But it's really nice reverb and really nice chorus if you want it. And then I like having a really clean sound. Although I love Voxes, and I used to have a Vox, and tube amps are really cool.
Yeah.
I have a small Fender Princeton.
Oh, cool. Those
are
great.
really nice.
Yeah.
And in fact, sometimes I really just love the sound of a practice amp.
Sure.
And we just did Jules Holland in
Oh, yeah.
England, and Wilco was playing.
Oh, yeah.
And Jeff Tweedy had like a tiny practice amp as his main amp.
Sure.
I was like, okay, it's totally okay. Good to know.
Isn't that funny when you're playing like on your little practice rig? You think,
Yeah.
God, this sounds better than my rig.
Totally,
Yeah.
because you get that nice breaking up sometimes, especially those cube amps, which
Yeah.
is Roland.
They're amazing.
Yeah, we actually have recorded some stuff. I've recorded some stuff on this last album off the cube.
That's cool. I think part of it is like there's no expectations for it to be great, so it's so amazing when they are great.
Yeah.
Little practice
Yeah,
amps.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, when you bring in a big rig, it's like this looks kick-ass, so it's got
Yeah.
to sound kick-ass, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes it's too much.
But yeah, sometimes it's too much pressure.
Yeah, on the poor little amp.
Yeah. Well,
This is so
cool.
big.
Yeah, and this is like bulletproof too. Have you had this forever?
So this is a backline rental.
Oh, okay.
Because we just came from Europe.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've had mine forever, and I got the amp for free.
Oh, nice.
This is like incriminating. But I got it for free because the company that I bought it from brought it, they shipped it to me, and then they billed me, and then they reimbursed me.
Perfect.
And I was like, really broke at the time too. And
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
Hey, maybe.
you, universe.
Yeah, maybe the universe wanted you to make music. That's
Yeah.
good. Free guitar, free amp. You can't beat that.
No, it's true. And we get really lucky. Fender has been really generous with us and been hooking us up, and it's cool.
Great.
It's cool to play guitar.
Yeah, well, fabulous. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
and,
you.
Congrats on everything, and
Thanks
enjoy
very
the never-ending tour.
Thank you.
Hey, now I'm with Teresa Wayman of Warpaint. Teresa,
Yes.
thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Tell me about this very cool bass.
Okay, well, this bass is really special to me because Stella, our drummer, her dad actually had it put together for me. He builds speakers, but he also is a bass player and just an all-around cool guy. And he built a bass, put together a bass with old like Fender parts for Stella, and it was like the best thing I've ever played. And so I had him make me one as well. It's
so
just
what
really,
are the ingredients?
this isn't true vintage. I don't believe the body isn't, but the neck and the all the other, well, the tuners and stuff, they're all like 60s. The neck is a 60s. I'm not sure which year.
Cool, yeah, it's got that great transitional logo back there. That's too cool.
And I think, it's a precision bass neck and body, basically. And some flat wounds, and I don't know, pretty simple, just basic, one setting on the, there's a tone knob, but you're not switching between the pickups or anything. Very simple, but I love the sound of it. And,
the P-Bass, it's like they got it right the first time.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect, simple,
Right, I mean, I don't even know, I've never played an original P-Bass or anything, so I don't quite know how it differs from this. But it's something to look into, I guess.
Yeah, well, you'll probably never find one as cool as that.
I know, I just love that Stella's dad put it together. Him and a friend actually did it for me. But
very cool.
The flat wounds make it really nice and smooth.
Yeah, and are they colored? Is it
no, it's probably just picking up light.
Okay, it's picking up light. I thought they were like purple strings.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be very cool. So you're playing bass just on a few songs. Guitar is your thing,
guitar is my main thing. I play bass on a song on our latest album, and then one on the previous album. So there's usually one. Yeah. But
it's gotta be fun to swap it up like that.
Yeah, it really is. Actually, it's nice. That's how Warpaint originally started. We were doing that all the time. Yeah. I was like playing drums on a couple songs, and then Shannon, Jen's sister, when she was in the band, she would play drums, and we would switch drums and guitar. Jen pretty much has played bass since the get-go, and still does. And that's a quintessential Warpaint sound is Jen's bass line.
I was listening to you all before this, and she really picks interesting lines. You know what I mean? It's like not what you'd expect. Yeah, real melodic, really forming the movement of the songs, as opposed to being like just root note type stuff, Right. Yeah, that's it's interesting how like people like James Jameson, you never really see them hit the one, and it's so cool because there's like this tension and it leads places. Anyway, that's really cool. Thinking of. Yeah. Anyway. So it's cool that you're a bass player and a guitar player.
I love bass. In fact, I kind of like it more than guitar, but.
But don't tell your Mustang that.
Don't. Yeah. Oops.
Don't listen, Mustang.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't mean that.
Yeah. Speaking of Mustang, let's.
This is my Mustang. This is a '66.
How cool!
Mustang.
Now, you've had this is the only guitar I've seen you play in my video research.
This is true. So, it's been my guitar since basically like 2008. I think is when I got it, and I just love the way it plays. It's really smooth. The Mustangs have like a pretty small neck, so low action, and I like that a lot. The tone is, it's a little bit hard to get a really nice round tone from a Mustang, so I've had to work at that a lot. That's what I try to achieve with all these pedals. I mean, I don't have too many pedals. Some people go crazy, but.
Right. That's not a bad segue. Should we talk about pedals? Sure. Okay. So you plug in, start with the tuner.
Yeah, I start with my tuner, and then I go up here to this distortion. I just discovered JHS. They're a really incredible company. This is 2 distortions in one, which is great because I have this first one on, which is the one on the right it's modeled after the Tube Screamer, Ibanez or whatever, and basically put that on a setting that just sort of warms the sound, and then I do the second one to add more intensity to the distortion on certain parts.
Do you find yourself leaving the first one on a lot?
Yeah, I leave it on all the time.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a core part of the sound, just like...
Yeah, you guys have like this warm, fuzzy thing.
Try to. I have been trying to get there forever. Yeah, and the gain booster also helps to just like hit everything a little bit harder.
No, is that JHS?
That's a JHS as well.
Wow, it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Just one big knob.
Yeah. that's really nice. I leave that on all the time too. So then, and then this reverb I leave like pretty much on a basic setting all the time. Then I have another reverb and delay over here when I want more atmosphere and wash. That's a Dispatch Master by Earthquaker.
Okay, sure.
Earthquaker makes amazing pedals as well.
Yeah, cool geekery going on there.
Yeah, and then you know, before the reverb.
Yeah,
reverb is second. This reverb I leave on is like second to last in the chain. I also have a regular delay that I can delay things.
Sure. And what's this weird pitchfork thing?
This pitchfork is it's a pitch shifter.
Oh, okay.
But it also has a doubler setting, or detune.
Oh, okay.
Which is amazing. So I kind of like put that on a lower setting.
Yeah, I want to.
So that I can just. Is this on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the tuner.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That's okay. That was my bad. It's like our Warpaint riff, elephants. So you can hear the setting is rather low at the moment.
Oh yeah.
You can hear it's like detuning it, which I love detune pretty much all the time, but that can get tricky when you're playing with other people and they need to pitch too. Like,
sure.
If you're detuning and bending every note, it doesn't really help.
Give me a pitch.
Yeah, exactly. But so I try to keep it on a low setting, you know.
Yeah. It's cool.
I like it a lot. So
see, I wouldn't have known what if I just heard that. I wouldn't know what it was. I'd like if it was a
right
because it's chorusy, but I don't know.
It's like chorus. It's a different type. It's slightly different chorus than this. This can go crazy. It's a Catlin bred.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a modulation pedal. It's a chorus, and it. I just keep it. I use it for widening the sound as well, because that's.
Yeah.
It's actually like you have all these. The blend here could be a little bit more. Yeah. Let's hear it without the.
Yeah.
It actually really boosts the sound a lot, which is nice. Because I use that sometimes when I have to, like do a wash, but I don't want a lot of reverb and delay.
Sure.
If I'm doing something like real, like a real loud, like grindy part, it's nice to put that on so that the notes kind of go together, but it's not like got these long tails of delay.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Do you usually play with your fingers instead of picks?
No, I use pick. I use both.
Yeah.
For that part, I use my fingers, but then I switch to pick when I'm like just strumming. I'll use a pick.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's I use mediums, Fender medium.
Good. Standard of the industry.
Yep.
Good. And then you've got the small stone as well.
The small stone, it's in there. I haven't quite gotten into using it too much, but sometimes it's nice, like if you have a line. It's like a really specific sound that I'm not always like, it's like psych rock.
Yeah,
total, you're automatically transported there if you're using that small stone. So sometimes I like to do it like to accent something like.
Oh, that's cool.
Just like on one note.
One weird, shocking note.
So that it's not just like, I'm a psych rock princess or whatever.
Yeah, when people leave, when they just leave them on, it's a little much.
Yeah, I mean, not that I have anything against psych rock, but it's not my preferred.
Small portions?
Yeah, small portions.
It's okay.
Not preferred for myself.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, what's this stuff over here?
So this whammy is amazing. It shifts pitch or will drop octaves or whatever.
Sure.
I don't use it in my main rig that much. I do when I'm playing at home. I can't. It's not actually in my chain right now because I use it for one song where I have a loop stored in this Boss loop station.
Oh, okay.
And I record it, and so I'll go. It's all off. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So it's so there's a loop recorded in that Boss loop station, and I record it into here because you can't store anything in the line 6.
Right.
So I record it into here, but the line 6 has the reverse. So you record a loop and you can reverse it, slow it down.
Yeah, that's such a cool. That's a cool pedal.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And so then I'll use that loop, and then I'll tweak the loop with this whammy. I'll push it up a 3rd or 4th.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, what a great deal. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, these are big and impractical, and they break down. But they're really cool.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every guitar player I know, and beyond, not even just guitar players, like drummers,
keyboard weirdos,
keyboardists, producers. Yeah. They all have one of those.
Very cool. Okay, so that's your pedal board. That's your very cool guitar, and then let's talk about this amp.
Oh, my amp. Yeah. I just have a Vox.
No, these are backline for today, right? Because you just came in from Europe.
But it's a specific. It's a Vox. It's a Vox AC30, and it's a specific model. It's called CC2. It has a top boost. There's a top boost and reverb and tremolo. Haven't used the tremolo for a while, but sometimes it's really nice. Yeah. But the top boost is the thing because it just adds another like warm, crunchier element, which I really need a lot of. Got like 3 things to doing that.
Crunch.
but then I don't even sound. It's just like to make. I feel like it just needed to make the sound of the Mustang just feel have more body.
Sure.
You know, I'm not like piling on the distortion really, but it's just
Well, it's interesting because in watching you play, and I haven't seen you live yet, but just like YouTube stuff, you've got like a really light touch, but it sounds big, and maybe it's kind of a combination of how you.
That's actually, I like to hit everything pretty hard, but not be too loud on the stage, and turn it all down. But then if you're hitting things hard on the way in, like all the way through the chain, then you can turn it down and you still have this width to your sound and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
So your AC30 that you normally tour with, have you been playing that for a long time?
Yeah, I have. I've been, I think since like 2010 when we started touring and stuff. That's when I got my first AC30. And
cool. Did you buy a new one or a used one?
I bought a used one.
Huh.
Yeah.
Holding up fine?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know what year it is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't brand new. And then I have another one that's brand new, but it isn't the CC2, and I don't like it as much. Yeah. Even though it has the top boost, there's something different about the CC2. I think it might be just the way it's wired and inside.
Like gear, it's like you never know till you like even in trying it in a music store, you don't know until you like gig with it.
Yeah, that's true. And you put it through all your and then play it with the people that you're playing with, and that's the thing about playing in venues, in different venues and spaces every night. It's like everything always changes.
Right.
The guitar never sounds the same.
Yeah.
And it's tricky. It's totally an art. Like I'm tweaking the knobs just a little bit per room, Yeah. And then in combination with them and what they have to do, it's tricky, but there's an art,
Totally. Yeah.
Figuring it out, basically.
Yeah, that's it. That's live music. I mean, you're always kind of adjusting.
Yeah. So, I was actually thinking about like trying to add another speaker, not to make me loud and like larger than life, but just add another speaker connected to my chain where I cut out some of the highs and I'm boosting just the mid-tones to try to add even more warmth to the sound, but I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So.
Well, when you do, we'll do another rig rundown then.
Yeah.
You see the next phase of it.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, congratulations on all your success.
Thanks
for stopping to talk to us. Till next time.
Yeah.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.